Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Uncalled For. We finally have Weston, of course. He was dead last week, but
returned from the dead.
So are you a ghost technically, or what? What
I
are
classify
you?
myself as a lich. Thank you.
Okay, and then of course you guys know John from last week, and also Dan from last week, and then now we have a Tim Cam. If you want to say hi, Tim.
Yes, Tim Cam.
Tim Cam. You can go away now.
Okay.
We don't need you. So every single Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, we get together. We're just going to talk about random crap, and I'm not fully sure what we're talking about this week yet, but I think we agreed that since Weston wasn't here, he's going to go first. So Weston, what's your topic?
All right, so my topic was originally meant to be last week. It was on the heels of the release of Mass Effect Legacy Edition. So I wanted to discuss what should and should not go into a remaster of a game. Like when you're bringing it out, they're always going to make a few little tweaks, right? Mm-hmm. What should and should not be tweaked when these games are remastered?
Are you talking control-wise, or are you talking
just in general? And no, we are
everything.
not going into remakes. That is something completely different. That's a completely different conversation. We're sticking to remasters. Okay?
Okay. So like when they did this, like I know Bethesda, like I know Skyrim, right? So when they redid Skyrim, well, okay, you say,
You
but
even call that a remaster?
Which
version?
Well, we could
One
go
of the
with,
15.
we could go with the Alexa one, the super special edition. But anyway, so you're like, what mechanics
Alexa,
were you
Futroda.
talking about exactly? I want to comprehend this before I get
So,
into
like,
it.
for example, for me, I remember when I've played some games, we'd come back in, and then I discover some of those like little glitches were gone that I used to actually make the most of the game. Like that was part of the like charm of the game, and yet they removed some of those. So. I'm not entirely sure. Like, what do you guys think about removing like glitches? What do you think about like changing some like color choices and stuff like that?
It depends on the game and the glitches and the person.
Yeah.
Because what you might see as charm, someone else might see as very, very annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's an interesting question. Let's start at the beginning. The reason why the game got remastered because it was beloved for some reason for a bunch of people. So it was worth putting that extra effort into, visually updated or whatever, decreased load times.
Yep.
Because people want that, it'd make money.
Mm-hmm.
Say you were talking about Mass Effect, right?
Yeah.
They didn't add too much to Mass Effect. They remastered visually a lot. If you remember one, like the character models and stuff was a little rough.
Yep.
It's quite a while ago now, so they updated those to more current character models that, progress throughout the series.
See, even there's me who's never played Mass Effect, so
I'm going to get angry, so just stop now.
You should play it. It's really good.
But,
So I haven't had a chance to play
Yeah.
Legacy yet. So how did they change the graphics in the first one? Because I'm somebody who believes that art is a core part of any game. So if they change too much of it, I feel like they're changing the game itself.
No, it's not changed that much. It's just like kind of your smooth the edges HD remaster kind of thing.
Okay.
But except probably character models, like I was saying. So Shepard looks like the Shepard from 3 instead of whatever it was in the beginning.
was it that bad?
It was.
I mean, one was
When it came out, no, it wasn't. But
the
now,
original
yeah.
Mass Effect was in
2006.
Yeah.
Was it?
something early.
Yeah, it was somewhere in that
2006.
range.
I was still in
That
high school.
range?
I was
I
still
don't
in
know.
high school.
Yeah, I was in high school too.
So
I think I was a junior.
If you think of any game at that point compared to games now, there was definitely some.
Sure.
There was room for improvement,
Yes.
but it was
Of course.
for the time. It was really well
it was
done.
It was also a starter to the series, so it was the first of that IP, so it's going to be janky.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Always is.
But what I like is they decreased load times, which is wonderful.
That's always good.
That's always a good thing.
No, sitting in the elevator to go to the captain's quarters for like an hour.
Yeah, that was a
Wait.
thing that I saw a lot of
So-
people were always complaining about was the elevator rides and
Yeah.
how they'd hide the loading screens.
So,
on the ride.
yeah, that was the... you get in the elevator, you are stuck, and it puts on like a broadcast from a news, around the whatever, and that's what you get instead of your typical elevator music before it loads the next level of your ship.
So is that something you want included then, Weston? Is that something you like?
You're saying I'm not going to have time to go and make my snacks and use the restroom every time I get in the elevator?
If you're fast. So, I mean, there's still a little bit of a difference because it has to load the level still, but
yeah.
I find that nice.
Yeah.
I hate loading screens.
Yeah.
I think everyone does, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll take a reduced load time, definitely.
I can't think of anyone that's going to sit there and be like, man, I really wish this game would take longer to load. Like, god dang it, this is too fast.
Right?
I know you haven't played Morrowind, but probably the worst load screens ever.
I played a few hours.
Literally like 15 minutes. It was crazy.
It was at least an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad day. But, yeah, I don't know. It was remastered because it was loved, so don't change what people loved, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To an extent. Whether you can get rid of glitches, I don't know. It's a case-by-case basis for me.
Okay, so like for another example of something that I saw that I'm not sure if I would consider this necessarily a remaster or just a port, but when they redid Fable 1 into the Anniversary Edition, like they left some of the stuff that I love, but they also changed a few little things that I was just accustomed to using back when I played the Lost Chapters back in the day. Yeah. It was just like, I don't even know what this game is anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I think it was for the better at that point for some of them that they removed.
Yeah.
Like there were a few glitches that back in the day were just game breaking.
Yeah.
But I know they got rid of most of them. There are a couple of them that are still in there. Just going to lay that one out there. There's still a couple of them that are in there, but I did enjoy the fact that they left the glitch with the trading system in there. Yep. Are you familiar with that one?
It's been a while since I've played, but yeah, it was...
Like you buy emeralds from other places, bring them down to Oakvale. Then you can sell them en masse for an increased price, and then when you buy them out, they buy them back for an increased price. Yep. You just keep making money. So you buy high or you sell high and buy low.
Yep.
It's like the exploit in Minecraft with the
I would call that an exploit more than a glitch.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying like some of the other parts were glitches.
Sure, yeah. And those you said were gone for the most part, right?
Some of them. There are some of them that stuck around, and
probably take too much effort to fix that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's so much effort as it is just some of them are part of what people are accustomed to playing in the game.
Sure.
Yep. So. And also going along with the kind of being accustomed to glitches, that's what a lot of like speedrunners use. Like you'll see people that are doing like speedruns for games, and they're using like the original versions of the game because any remaster they've done, they've patched all that.
See, I think with the whole remaster thing, I guess, just to actually answer the question of your topic, is whatever the last update would be for the games, for Mass Effect, wherever one left off, if they got rid of the glitches, then that's where you have the remaster from. Obviously, whatever the final update, whatever the update was, like the last one they delivered, then that's what you remaster. You don't go back, like 3 or 4 updates.
1.1.
Yeah, so I mean, if we're talking that, if you're gonna redo a game, then redo it from obviously its final state, not the beginning or even in the middle. Like if someone, like let's say the exploit for the in Fable, you were talking with the emeralds, right? If they would have taken that out, even though it was in the final one, that would have made a lot of people mad. Because that's a single player game. So obviously, if you didn't want to use it, you wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
What you do does not affect anyone else. So why would people care if that was, why would they go through the effort to take that out when it doesn't affect anyone but the player? So I say kind of just go with that. And wherever the game was left off is where this remaster, like where you would actually pick up. That's kind of how I see it.
But so you're saying don't fix anything further, though?
I mean, if it's game breaking, then sure. But at the same time, it's like, I think people are going to go back and they want to play it to get that experience that they had all those years ago. But just kind of redo the graphics then, and maybe if the controls back then were a little floaty, or let's say, something wasn't perfect, or, if it's on PC, for instance, back then, add controller support if it would be better with a controller. Because, I mean, some games are a lot better with a controller than mouse and keyboard. Not many, but some are.
Some.
And so I'm sitting here
Debatable.
like, what's that?
Debatable.
I'd say most. But anyways, like Skyrim, for instance, I cannot play that with mouse and keyboard. And I don't know if that's because like the thousands of hours I played Elder Scrolls on Xbox 360 and then PS3 and, PS4.
Other console.
Every other console I played it
Just
on.
not the best of the series.
Okay, well, I mean, I still played it with a controller, though, is what I'm
agree
saying.
with
So
him on this.
that's fine. I mean, so let's just have Bethesda remaster Morrowind.
Oh, remake. It'd have to be a remake.
It'd have to be a
Remake.
remake.
Well, okay.
You can't remaster that, but I would die happy. We'll get on. That'll be another topic later.
Dan will be like, okay, you know what? If there's one game that needs to be done before I die, that's actually that could be your topic. Then
Please.
that could
That'd
be
be
one
amazing.
for a future week.
But just on your note, John, with the speedrunning,
Yes.
speedrunners will generally just use the older game,
Yep.
Yeah.
and they'd have to for it to count as the same, world record or whatever. So they would just make new speedrun, like
They would figure out a new way to do it.
records for the new
Methodology.
game.
Yeah, new game method.
Now here's a question though. What about? So this is Nintendo released the Super Mario 3D All Stars, right? Which had 64, Galaxy, and
Sunshine.
Sunshine, that's it.
Why does
But
everyone hate on Sunshine?
I've never played it. I never.
I
had
actually
a-
think it was one of the best ones of them.
It was
No,
fun.
I actually have the 3D also. That's beside the point. But anyways, so you have that, which Nintendo actually officially released. But then, for instance, now, there's fan-made ports where they got the code, they reverse engineered it or something. I don't know exactly how it's done. You would know more about this on the software side than I would, obviously. But it's a complete remaster or remake of Super Mario 64 with unlocked frame rate, which you can play it on a 1440p, 144 hertz display, and they add ray tracing ability as well. So, would you think, even though it's not the official one, that would be the one to play versus the official one? And this is kind of a branch off of your topic, but if there's a better looking version, would you go for that versus the official remake?
I don't know if I'm just
Or
going to do it
remaster.
based on whether it's better looking as whether or not it's better playing. Now, if it is better playing and better looking,
I mean,
yeah.
you have a
Even though it's
quality
not like the
remaster then.
official,
Yeah.
not like the
Yeah.
official Nintendo one.
Well, then that's Nintendo's fault for not putting in the extra effort.
'Cause I
these
have
other developers have put in that effort.
Yeah.
If they are willing to put in that effort, let's give them the credit for that and actually play their game.
Because I have the ray trace version on my computer. I haven't tested it yet. I've been too busy to test. I just got it like last week, and I've had too much stuff going on to test it. But I have the ray trace Super Mario 64 on my computer, and sometime I might be playing that. I think that'd be a lot of fun, just to see what ray traced Mario looks like. Something about it sounds enjoyable to me. I don't know why, and it might be super overly done. I haven't played it, but I'm just thinking like the volcano level, right? Can you imagine the ambient light from all the lava with ray tracing turned on? Like that would just be so cool. I think.
In the back of my mind, all I can think of it's still just Mario.
Oh, it's still Mario,
But-
but if it looks better.
Well,
Whatever.
I mean,
I don't know. I think it's quality of life stuff
mhm.
is the big thing. But
So yeah.
real question though, Weston. Some games that are near and dear to our hearts. What about your remaster of the old Final Fantasy games, where they added the triple speed?
Ooh.
Do we have 4 hours?
Oh man.
That's just that question. We're not going any further.
I mean, honestly, I'm torn on that one. Like,
Me too, because
deeply
it's so
torn.
lovely.
It
You don't
is-
have to grind so much, but
At the same
it
time,
changes.
it takes a little bit out. I think for anyone who's new to playing that or wants to play the remaster for the first time, don't use it the first time through, and then after that, go back and realize how amazing it is.
See, now that's another one of those things though too, where that is a single player only game.
Sure.
So
You choose.
So you don't have to use
Yeah.
it if you don't.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's something like that, I always say just add it, because like, what's it affect you if someone else decides to save time, right? If you want to grind it out and you want to do that, then sure. If you want to just speed through it because you've played the game before, like you said, if it's your first time, don't use it. But I mean, if it's something to save time or just something to make your life easier, go ahead and add it in if it's a single player only game, because you don't have to use it. It's kind of how I see it,
well, at the same time, this is also a different era than what you maybe think about, because this is an era where people watch other people playing these single-player games. So you may end up having different opinions in there, and may get entire arguments in your chats over this as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what are going to be the repercussions of that?
Well, the way I mean, as a streamer, I guess the way I see it too is add it in because
Take it for what it is, I guess.
if I can save, let's say we're looking for one specific thing, if I can save 5 hours of a stream and turn that into one because I have that speed thing on and it just helps the stream pace better, then absolutely I'm going to use it. But that I guess as someone
it's a different mindset, though.
It is, yeah. My mindset on games is a little bit, I almost at this point think of it more as a, how can I make the stream pace better versus how can I sit down and waste time.
Yeah, that's why you play garbage games.
Okay, sir. Minecraft is fun.
I love Minecraft, but I shouldn't say that. You don't play garbage games mostly. You just don't play the great games.
Coach did say that your opinion doesn't matter, Jordan, because all you do is play Minecraft and Skyrim. So.
Attaboy, Coach.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Accurate.
Same wavelength there.
Whatever, Coach. Screw you.
So, yeah.
Anything else you want to add on?
No, it's a good conversation.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Good speaking point.